Hey, what is up ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the one and only Maxi here, and I am back for yet again for the likes of the Maxi Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Super Mario 3D All-Stars for the Nintendo Switch, while we're playing through Super Mario 64, despite the fact that this is based off from the Japanese 1997 Shindu edition, so yeah, you probably get the idea about that. So, last time, we basically managed able to collect even more Power Stars, which, as you can see on the star count, that we've basically managed to go up to 32 Power Stars so far. So this means that from the likes of the last video, that in addition to able to actually almost fully complete it, several worlds ranging from the forms of Jolly Roger Bay, and also we've completed Cool Cool Mountain, and we've almost done with Big Boo's Hunt, and also we've collected 2 of those Castle Secret Stars. So I do apologize for that belchiness earlier, so yeah, I do apologize for that. So today for this video is the fact that we'll go ahead and collect even more Power Stars while exploring through certain secret areas from the likes of the castle itself. So let's go in here to able to once again get these red coins and stuff like that, so hopefully it shouldn't be that much difficult as far as this particular mission is concerned. So, but then again though, is the fact that several red coin missions can get pretty tricky every now and then, especially noticeable whenever we get into, well, the future courses and beyond. Although, there might be some easy ones here and there, but we'll get around eventually. So, anyway, a few things I want to explain for those points today, and that is the fact that, well, you probably already know about the fact that I do apologize for the actual delay for the actual continuation of Super Mario 3D All-Stars Let's Play. This is pretty obvious because both Mighty and Ray have managed able to play around with Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. And I think, fundamentally speaking, that was their final time they're going to be playing the game, because obviously they are about to be preparing for the actual Let's Play of Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania at some point in the future. But we don't know when though, just because we're still in the actual, the process of this, along with the forms of Sonic Colors Ultimate, and of course Mario Party 7. So even then though, it just takes time, as far as you guys should probably already know. So, yeah, I think today it's the 10th of January today, in this case in 2022 today. So, I suppose that until tomorrow anyway, that the new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch has been out for about 3 years ago, since 2019. Despite the fact that it's like a lazy port to the game from the Wii U game, but as a result, I don't mind the game too much. It's just the fact that there's not much content in there, aside from, you know, having New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super Luigi U combined together as the new forms of the Switch package. But I will say the UI system is actually a little bit more better than the forms of how it does it originally, as far as I'm usually concerned with. So anyway, so I suppose another thing I should probably explain about this as well, that I was meant to be thinking about the fact that we're about to be able to be preparing ourselves the, I would classify for doing, dang it, I somehow messed this up. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm doing the actual Wing Mario, Wing Cap mission, so because of that though, because in this one, you have to basically grab all the, 8 red coins, and there's also the actual giant switch that you can able to actually just to jump on it, and that way you can able to activate the ability that you can now able to actually use the Wing Cap ability as much as you want on several stages. And sometimes I think my Pro Controller gets a little bit more sensitive for that kind of stuff though, especially that I somewhat miss those red coins from over there. So, although luckily you don't die on specific obstacle courses like this, so because of that, if you fall off, you don't just lose a life, but rather that you're able to actually exit off the actual level itself without, you know, wasting a life. So at least that's a good thing. So anyways, let's try this again for the 3rd time, and hopefully we would be able to actually just to get, you know, those godforsaken red coins placements sometimes, especially when my controls can be a bit sensitive at times. Well, because the thing is, I'm more accustomed to the forms of the actual 50Hz mode version of Super Mario 64, and especially noticeable with the Virtual Console re-release version of the game on the Nintendo Wii, but It's just for the actual convenience of how the fact that it might be a bit tricky to get used to with all this, like, you know, new control types and everything. So, anyway, so now we've actually got all the 8 red coins, and we can able to now activate the red switch, which actually allows me to, yet again, activate the forms of the red blocks, which actually now represents red, you know, wing caps now. So this means, in addition to able to do some more missions here and there, but I think we can probably hit back into Bob-omb Battlefield before we're able to actually, well, let's just say we can able to conclude the world before we decide able to do some more missions in the future. So here we go on to Mario Wings to the Sky in mission number 5 in Bob-omb Battlefield. But again, in order able to do this mission is the fact that the Wing Mario power-up is required in order able to do this mission. And same applies to forms of, I might able to actually also decide to do the 100 coin Power Star mission as well. So, but even then though, that it might be pretty simple in this particular stage. But then again, whenever we move on to the next few worlds, that, oh god, it will be a painful process for doing so. But, that's as far as saying goes, that's as far as I can usually try to able to explain about this stuff. So, oh yeah, I should probably mention about this as well, that, remember how the fact that I recently managed able to purchase myself, the Nintendo eShop voucher, which is considerably 15 quid, like 15 pounds and stuff like that for the UK country. Basically, I did manage to able to use it on the Wii U, which, ironically enough, because despite the fact that most people seem to buy stuff on Nintendo Switch every now and then, just because the Switch is still pretty successful, unlike the Wii U's miserable failure. So as a result though, the reason why I managed to go for the Wii U instead of the Switch, well, I was expecting originally I was trying to able to get the rest of the actual Shantae games after all, but unfortunately though, it might be a bit pricey at this point, so maybe I'll do that in a later time. Until when God knows if the actual Nintendo Direct will eventually show up until next month or something like that, if roughly. But we'll see what happens there. And as a matter of fact, that I managed to download 2 Virtual Console games, one for the DS and one for the Game Boy Advance, which there are. First of all, WarioWare Touched for the DS, just for the sake of doing a Let's Play of the game at some point in the future. Maybe at some point in this year, but we're gonna have to go through WarioWare Twisted first, because obviously that was technically the second game in the series, not counting the forms of the GameCube port for Mega, you know, WarioWare Inc. for the GameCube, which is basically the same thing, except with, you know, multiplayer options here and there, so I thought I don't usually count that. And as a matter of fact, I'm really looking forward to able to doing a WarioWare Touch Let's Play at some point and doing it in forms of some point in this year. Well, originally we were expecting to able to do WarioWare Smooth Moves as well, also in this year, but it's been delayed until 2023 because, well, obviously we need to take care of other Let's Plays like this, and also wrap up with the Mario Party games, and also about the fact that we're still able to eventually continue things on in the Super Monkey Ball games. Like, obviously, see, we only got about quite a few games left, as you probably already know. So, but let's not talk about that right now. So, yeah, and another game that I did got for the Wii U Virtual Console department, and that's what appears to be Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking that, have you already got the game already? As in physical form? Well, it's true, but the reason why I managed to get the Wii U download version of the game is that I'm really desperate to try out the e-reader levels, because, well, I've heard some very interesting facts about the forms of the e-reader levels, but thankfully it's already in, well, let's just say pre-installed or something like that, well, as compared to the forms of physical version of, well, let's just say the American version of, you know, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3, that basically you get out to buy specific cards in order to able to actually access to multiple things, like power-up cards, or, you know, special level cards, or demo cards, or anything else to be more specific. And the e-reader is only exclusive to not only for Japan, but also America as well. But it just never came out on Europe and Australia, so that's why that I've decided able to get the forms of the Wii U Virtual Console version of, well, the exact same game as I mentioned, like, you know, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3, because as far as for my first impressions, although, well, as far as in terms of the e-reader levels I tried out, I actually really enjoyed those, especially noticeable they actually brought back several unique platforms, or several unique, power-ups from the likes of not only for the sake of Super Mario Bros. 2 USA, but also Super Mario World as well. Well, let's just say a combination of, well, let's just say the forms of Super Mario Advance and Super Mario Advance 2 Super Mario World, and I suppose that's pretty much it, really. Although the only game it does not reference at all is the forms of, well, Super Mario Advance 3 Yoshi's Island, mainly because, well, obviously that particular game is basically includes Yoshi's Island based off from the Super Nintendo title, so yeah, you probably get the gist of it. So, hey, anyway, so we got 90 coins so far, but we need to get 10 more just for the sake of likely getting that particular power star itself. So, oh my goodness gracious me. I've only got 1 coin left, but that's okay because, well, as you probably already know, is the fact that we obviously need to be very careful not to, well, obtain the forms of the power star in a very dangerous area. Especially noticeable about the fact that, well, it always seems able to be spawned in from the likes of on top of Mario's head. Whilst unlike Super Mario Sunshine, that thankfully the actual shine sprites will be appears to be on the exact spots. Like, I think for instance that on the forms of Bianco Hills, basically it's the fact that if you grab all 100 coins throughout the entirety of, let's just say in episode 8 specifically, and basically it's the fact that if you grab 100 coins, basically the actual shine sprite will appears to be on top of that particular windmill platform or something like that. And I believe another example of this is the fact that on, I would classify for saying in terms of likely in Pianta Village, basically if you do that 100 coin power shine sprite mission on let's just say in episode 5, that you have to deal with the forms of Yoshi himself, and then basically it's the fact that if you grab 100 coins, the shine sprite will appear on top of the forms of the Pianta statue's hand or something like that. But anyway, enough about that, so let's move on to the last mission in Bob-omb Battlefield, Mission 6, Behind Chain Chomp's Cage. So, hopefully, we're about to be able to wrap things up in Bob-omb Battlefield as in a proper order. So, because of that though, I have no idea why, but I tend to able to go for the random selections of missions anytime I want to. But anyways, ground pound on that for about 3 times, and basically, that's pretty much about it for the sake of this mission, so yeah, it's gonna let the actual Chain Chomp go free and grab the power star, and there we go. We've got about roughly 37 power stars. So, oh, I'm sorry, behind Chain Chomp's gate. At first I thought it was actually a cage for some reason, because I keep thinking about, let's just say the forms of Super Mario 64 DS version of that specific mission description, but I digress. So now we actually got a whole lot power stars to able to actually access to this particular next area, or in this case the next level I should say. So here we go, face off against with, oh jeez, that was actually a trap floor right there. So anyways, it's time to deal with the forms of Bowser in the Dark World. So as always, there's going to be one mission. Ah, dang it, that's my first death of Super Mario 64 on Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Ah, jeez, that was a bit of a bad mistake, but hopefully we'll keep trying. Although thankfully we actually got about 17 lives, so it might not be so bad. At least I hope so anyway. Ah, no, no, ah, dang it. I think that was exactly the same mistake as before, except the fact that for some reason I cannot do a somersault. Oh well, we'll keep trying, I suppose, but oh my god. Ugh, okay. Actually, I might as well backtrack for a bit and then just try to able to go after that red coin over there. There we go. So that way, we won't be having that much issues from here. At least I thought so anyway. No, I did not mean to do this. Especially, I was considering trying to do the godforsaken somersaults, but the game doesn't let me to do that. Ah, jeez. Well, this could take a while, folks. This could take a while. Especially noticeable, it's bad enough that I haven't touched that game for, let's say, for about 5 days ago since I actually last played this. Since, of course, that, you know, Mighty and Ray did manage able to play Super Monkey Ball Deluxe as a Monkey Billiards game, so, yeah, I must admit that I do apologize for that. Hopefully by that time until on Wednesday and Friday, then we would expecting that we can able to actually just you know, carry on uploading this particular Super Mario 3D All-Stars videos and stuff like that. So, hopefully though, without any sort of like negativity or anything. So yeah, and also I totally forgot to mention about something, is the fact that I apologize if my voice and my commentary gets a little bit slightly off. It's because not only does my throat get a bit croaky at some point, but also it's the fact that I've got myself and the ulcer stuck into my gum, which as a result though, it just feels kind of painful whenever you're able to get an ulcer in your gum and your tongue and stuff like that, which I think is kind of painful, so... Yeah, but again, hopefully by that time until whenever we get into until on Wednesday and especially noticeable on Friday, then basically we will be a little bit more better as far as that's been concerned with. Alright, so we've basically almost done here. It's just the fact that we're gonna have to be able to grab the final 2 red coins. So I think the other one is just over to that little edge right here, so, but first of all we need to take care of those Goombas, so just in case we don't want to get not only a knockback, but also just manage able to get, you know, screwed over for that stuff like that, so, dang it, I think my wall jumps did not work, hold on, wait, oh, that was a bad idea, I think the actual, I did not mean to do a backflip jump, oh jeez, that means I have to start all over again for that red coins collecting. Oh jeez, this is actually kind of rough, especially unlike back in 2016, that I believe Mickey Mouse did the game originally back in 2016 for the sake of the original version of Super Mario 64, and basically he managed able to did that particular mission no problem. But for some reason in this particular run through on the 3D All-Stars version, for some reason I keep on messing things up. But hopefully though, with the successful attempt or anything else to be more specific, I really highly doubt I will not make any simple mistakes like that ever again. Well, until in occasional moments, so... Gonna say that right now, so... Alright, so we'll just go ahead and try to walk up from here, trying to avoid those amps. Even though despite the fact that I get amps so many times. Alright. So we just have to be very careful not to go too fast, because obviously if you go too fast, basically then you would able to throw yourself off. Well, not physically though, I'm gonna say that much. Alright, so now we go up to 6 red coins again, so hopefully we're not gonna mess this up again. Alright, good thing I did a ground pound, just in case I don't accidentally just manage to overshoot myself or, you know, with the actual momentum and everything, so... Anyways, rather than doing the backflip jump like an idiot, like I just did from earlier, so instead, we'll go ahead and just try to try to jump from here, and then just try to go onto that little seesaw platform, and grab that last red coin, and then the star will appear just right behind the pipe. So, hopefully, we'll be able to get ourselves the next star, which actually leads us for about 38 stars, so... And I think, fundamentally speaking, it's just the fact that we've only at the, almost there to the halfway point for the sake of the forms of Super Mario 64 itself. At least, to be more specifically, roughly 100% completion. Oh gosh, here's that ugly look of Bowser again. But this time around though, in a actual clear image, so I suppose that might be true. But, oh yeah, there's something worth mentioning, is the fact that since this is actually based off from the Japanese Shindo edition in 1997, so this means that remember the forms of the English version that Mario always attempts to say, "So long, King Bowser," or some people usually referring to, "So long, King Bowser," whilst in the forms of this particular version, Mario will say something different, so, in this case, yep, he says bye-bye to Bowser. So yeah, that was actually a little bit different than the forms of how it does it in any other versions of Super Mario 64 in general, which means about the fact that, yeah, you probably realize about the fact that with that voice clip alone, as you hear from earlier ago, that will heavily borrow that, or reuse that, if you somehow shut your, if you try to close your, DS, or the 3DS, or DSi, if you ever played Super Mario 64 DS, or New Super Mario Bros. On a DS, basically if you close your DS systems, basically Mario will say, bye-bye. So, yeah, that's basically how that goes, basically, for the sake of that reference in the future. So anyways, now we got the key, and we've already opened this up until we actually access the basement floor. So this means there's going to be more levels up ahead. But first of all, let's catch that rabbit over there. So that way we would be able to not only just try to catch him like so, but also get ourselves our next star. And if you try to able to do the 16 star run, basically though is the fact that some people attempt to do that particular hold the rabbit thing and then try to clear for the door glitch. Well, unfortunately though, is the fact that in the 3D All-Stars version of the game, unfortunately you cannot perform the backwards long jump glitch anymore, which is a bit of a sucks thing honestly, because, well, I can see the forms of some first reactions to that, even especially noticeable for certain speedruns such as the forms of, well, like, speedrun fails compilation, or, Glad Jonas and stuff like that. Well, someone made it up, so... Course 6, Hazy Maze Cave, and the first mission we have is Swimming Beast in the Cavern. So, normally, that I somehow managed able to did, or actually gotta think about it, I think Mickey Mouse did done the 100 coin Power Star mission on that particular mission itself. So, I thought to myself, I'm also able to do something a little bit more differently this time, so, as you probably already know about this at this point, so... Oh wow, I keep running into the boulders like twice. Well, that was a bit underwhelming, but at the very least we managed to win through there, so... So anyway, and yeah, and also that you notice that I've already got another Power Star thanks to the forms of talking to one of the 3 toads, that basically the first one is obviously right near to Hazy Maze Cave, and there might be another 2 coming up, likely on the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor, so hopefully we would be able to actually get those stars immediately as well, so... Alright, so here, let's go and ride against with Dory, right here, and then if you manage to ground pound him, and then basically he dips down for a bit, and then basically it's your chance to able to actually catch on the ride on top of its head, so there we go. Not too shabby and not too difficult with this mission, so although unlike in Super Mario 64 DS, is that obviously you need to select Wario on that particular, crushing that particular rock or boulder. Mission 2, elevate for 8 red coins. Okay, so if you did not know already, this is my jump cut for this point, and because of that, the reason why my lives count is now 14 as opposed to 16. Because for the love of God, I messed up so many times on the likes of the 100 coin Power Star mission. And because of that, since I'm also going to be doing the red coin mission as well, this means that, yeah, it's going to be a painful process for me though anyway. Because I was normally trying to able to save it up for the first mission of this world, but for some odd reason, I keep messing things up. So... yeah, I have no idea why I simply messed this up. But hopefully until at some point in the next few videos, then basically I'll do exactly a good run-throughs on several missions, especially noticeable with, you know, the 100 coin Power Star mission on top of that. So, yeah, it's a bit inconsistent sometimes with all that, like, you know, choosing the wrong specific episode for a much more better run or much more better experience overall, but I just got no words to think about it. So yeah, with that particular triple jump thing right there, that will be the actual only option for the sake of likely if you're trying to grab, you know, the rest of the actual coins itself. But as you can tell, I keep on getting hit a lot for the sake of that stupid boulders. So, but hopefully we're able to regenerate our health again by stomping on those spider creatures again ever since in Big Boo's hunt. And hopefully we're able to actually grab some more coins here and there. So, but still, it's just the fact of the matter is, though, it's the fact that I'm still not a big fan of the actual 100 coin Power Star mission sometimes. Even especially noticeable, it's like, it can be a bit nerve-wracking at points, especially until the later stages, so... Anyway, and, yeah, I suppose another thing I should probably explain about this as well, that, I can't even believe that we almost at the halfway point already, for the sake of, January itself. Although, mind you, it's a bit early in the process for the sake of mentioning about that stuff, but, it's just the fact that every time whenever we, you know, watch something, or just anything else to be more specific, like playing video games from time to time, that the time itself went flying, so... Anyway, so at the very least we actually did manage to grab, all the blue coins right here, so, for the sake of that particular blue coin switch. So, because whenever I managed to do this off-screen multiple times, I keep on screwing things up for that particular, blue coin switch section. This is mainly because I keep running into the forms of that Monty Mall like an idiot, and also it's the fact that sometimes I swear to Christ that the camera angle in this game sometimes on the Switch version is it feels a bit archaic. So, but oh well, no big deal. But at the very least, this will be the successful attempt now, so hopefully that will be the case. So, anyways, let's hop onto that particular elevator right here, just for the sake of likely if we're about to go up. And I really don't know if trying to able to get these coins from, you know, for that particular cage that you have to hop into right there, that it might be a bit of a riskiest move, so I'm gonna have to skip that entirely. So, just to be safe, and I really refuse to able to actually just to start all over for this entire process over and over again. And, yeah, no matter what though, this actually took me about 30 or so minutes in order able to get the successful attempt for the sake of the forms of the 100 coin Power Star mission. So, yeah, I know, it's a bit unbelievably busy work, but it's just the fact that it's super ridiculous sometimes, and I somehow get hurt right there by complete accident, so... Oh jeez. And also, once again, my computer starts lagging again, so, yeah, that's not good. But, hopefully by that time until, you know, until the next video coming up, basically, I was expecting that I would be able to just get a nice fluid, you know, running speed with the actual laptop and everything again, so... But yeah, that I digress. So I guess there's not much else I can honestly try to say about this, I'm afraid. It's just the fact that, well, relatively speaking, it's just the fact that there's honestly not much else to speak of. Just for the sake of likely some commentary and also some of these news to discuss upon. So, but anyway, let's just go ahead and try to avoid getting touched by the actual flames spewing out. And thankfully we managed to dodge that. So, yeah, it's just the fact that, can you see I cannot commentate sometimes, because, obviously, like I said, that, you know, it's just it takes a bit of some time to able to concentrate on trying to figure out the actual new pathways to take for, you know, just try to able to be on the safe zones, or the safe spots, for able to not lose any of our progressioning for, you know what I mean, with the actual 100 coin Power Stars, so that might be something worth knowing for. But anyway. So now we've actually got some few of those red coins now, so I think, or the actual coins themselves. So I think it's about time that we can able to grab the rest of those red coins now. So hopefully we're able to actually not only the 100 coin Power Star mission pops up, but also it's the fact that we're able to actually get the red coin Power Star. And hopefully we're able to wrap things up for the sake of Hazy Maze Cave and join at some point in, well, let's just say on Wednesday, basically, because most of these levels, or these missions throughout, it's actually overall pretty easy and standard, well, at least when you get the hang of it, so... Alright, so now we need to go to the higher level, which we've already actually got on top, so now we need to ride on that particular elevator platform to, well, just for sake of time, trying to able to grab the last few red coins, and hopefully though, that this is actually a much more better run than previously, off screen by the way, so. But again, I would like to able to mention about more things here and there, but it's just the fact that it's a bit bare bones for the sake of trying to mentioning certain things, so. Well, aside from the fact that I've already got, you know, WarioWare Touched on the Wii U eShop versions for the sake of doing a Let's Play in the future, and also Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3, for trying out the e-reader levels, which I still enjoy it, but some of them are pretty tough as a result too, likely the time limit ones as far as I'm concerned. But then again, I will point it out in the future, because obviously we've now finally finished not only the 100 coin Power Star mission, but also the red coin mission as well, so goodness gracious, that was over. So anyways, suffice to say, I think we'll go ahead and end things off here. So join me next time for more of Let's Play of Super Mario 3D All-Stars on Super Mario 64 game that will hopefully try to wrap things up in Hazy Maze Cave. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. Later, fellas.